And today, we want you to come with us to take a deep dive into the ocean and to discover some of the world's most fascinating creatures, the beluga whales and Pacific white-sided dolphins. Welcome to Ocean Discovery.
Our belugas now range in age from our youngest calf, who is just over 4 months old, to our adult whales like Mai'a, Crissy, and Naluark, who are well into their 30s. When you observe the belugas, you might notice there are several characteristics that set them apart from other common whale and dolphin species. Firstly, their coloration. Belugas are born a dark gray color. This is a form of camouflage, which they use to blend in with their mother's shadow to evade predators. As they age, this color becomes a brighter shade of white, allowing them to camouflage with the ice caps and flows of their subarctic environments. You'll notice beluga whales do not have a dorsal fin that is common to most other whale and dolphin species. Instead, they have a dorsal ridge, which serves several purposes. Firstly, the lack of that tall dorsal fin gives them a low profile, which allows them to swim right up under a flow of ice without being spotted by predators or prey. Secondly, that dorsal ridge is very thick, and it has a tough layer of skin over it, which they can actually use to push up under the ice to create their very own breathing holes. Perhaps the most distinguishing characteristic of the beluga whale is that large round forehead, which is called a melon. This is an organ which the whales use for echolocation. They're able to move and shape this organ to influence the direction and the frequency of echolocation beams. This helps them to locate food and maneuver, especially in murkier waters. Another fun fact about the beluga whale is that they are nicknamed the canaries of the sea due to the wide variety of vocalizations that they can produce. Let's see if our whales can demonstrate some of these sounds for you today. This makes them more efficient swimmers as well as hunters. Let's give it up one more time for our incredible beluga whales. Engaging our animals both physically and mentally is just one of the ways in which we're able to provide them with the very best possible care. It is through this care that we form bonds and connections with the animals that last a lifetime. Though, as you can tell, our animals are certainly natural athletes. It's actually our mutual love of play that allows us to create these connections. Over the last 60 years here at SeaWorld, we have come to learn that their play ultimately leads to our discoveries. Our animals and the trainers would now like to give you a glimpse at just how special these relationships can be. These rigorous, scientifically based, and publicly available standards examine our entire operations. This includes animal welfare, veterinary care, conservation efforts, as well as education level. It is the highest accreditation that any zoo or aquarium can obtain, and therefore something we are extremely proud to hold. Here at SeaWorld, we strive to create an environment that is fun, interactive, and stimulating for our animals. As trainers, a significant part of our job involves finding out what each individual animal seems to find most reinforcing. Here to tell you a little bit more about how we train the animals in our care is trainer Caitlin.
Hey everybody, I'm already down here at the front. And just like Mom said, we're going to give you a behind the scenes look at how we train all of the animals at SeaWorld. Whether it's Dolphin, a Beluga, a Tyonek, we all use the same basic training principles. We ask them to do something, if they do it right, we want to have a whole lot of attention to it. So today we're working on the behavior with two of our Belugas. Tulok is 3 and Innik is 7 years old, and today we're working on a behavior called a before, so I'm drawing a whole lot of attention to it right here. And if I draw attention to it, today means a whole lot of fish. So I gave them a big handful of Piquet. They also get herring, different types of fish. And then we're going to do the exact same thing with Innik. So other ways we can let them know you're doing a great job could be a back rub, a belly rub, maybe even a toy to play with, like you saw earlier in our presentation. It's just different things that we have found that our animals seem to really enjoy. This is Innik. Once again, he's 7, and he did exactly what we were hoping for. He came all the way from the back out to the glass, right up front, was spinning, so we want to draw a whole lot of attention to it. So now we're going to hope they have the concept, and I'm going to move all the way around to the opposite side. So this time, they have the confidence, they know what they're going to do, and they should spin all the way around the perimeter, and I'll be waiting for them here at the end to once again draw attention to that behavior that we are looking for. So it looks like one of them is on the way, probably Tulok. Once again, he is 3 years old. He is spinning, he is swimming. This is exactly what we're looking for. It takes a whole lot of confidence to keep going, not get distracted, not get frightened. All right, you guys give him a big round of applause. That was beautiful. Very nice, Tulok. Once again, I'm going to give him a big handful of Piquet here and send him on his way, and we'll do the same thing with Innik. Now, ideally, we'd like them to be able to do this earlier in our presentation. At the beginning, you may have seen one of the bigger whales come out here and do the spin swim. So we're just taking some approximations right now. I'm here giving them a lot of attention and help, and our goal is to be able to ask them to do the exact same thing, but at the beginning of our presentation. And they're doing really well today, so maybe later this evening at our next presentation, we can ask them to do it and see if they can do it all by themselves without any help. So once again, you see it? He's spinning in his way all the way around. Good job, buddy. He runs here. Very nice. So people ask us all the time, how long does it take to train them? Something as small as a head chick, no, they can learn in a week or 2. Something more complex like this, like the jumps that you saw earlier, can take them a year or longer to learn. A lot of practice, a lot of repetitions, and most importantly, learning needs to be a whole lot of fun. So that is definitely a big portion of our job, is making sure anytime we're teaching them something new, they're having a good time. All right, boys are headed off to the back, and we're going to continue on to the next portion of our presentation, and that is introducing you to the second species that calls whale dolphin home, and that is the Pacific white-sided dolphin. Now, believe it or not, there are 37 different types of dolphins in the ocean. 4 more types of dolphins that live in freshwater ecosystems. This is Avalon. She is 25 years old. She was born right here at SeaWorld San Antonio, and she is a beautiful example of a Pacific white-sided dolphin. Now, they are found only in the Pacific Ocean from California to Japan. They're known as the pelagic species, meaning you don't often see them close to shore, instead they live way out in the middle of the ocean. Due to this, they're really hard to find, and they're really hard to study. So most of what we know about these dolphin species is by having them here at SeaWorld. Now, she's spinning her way around the perimeter just like the boys did. You'll notice she's really pretty. Dark on top, light on the underside. This is called counter shading. It's a type of camouflage you'll see in many animals in the ocean. Penguins, orcas have that same color. And you also notice she's pretty fast. These dolphins can reach speeds over 20 miles an hour, making them one of the fastest marine mammals in the ocean. This is due to a really large group of muscles that goes down their back from their dorsal fin to their tail roots. It's called the peduncle. It gives them all the speed, all of that power, and even allows them to do some impressive behaviors, including one we like to call walking on water. Here's this Avalon. Now, earlier in our presentation, we learned that we were called the canaries of the sea. They made all those really cool sounds. These dolphins have earned their nickname because they're
beings to their ocean counterparts who face increasing threats to their lives and habitats. Trash, noise pollution, declining food supply, and habitat loss have now become so prevalent that they plague our oceans. By being here today, your visit is directly supporting SeaWorld's conservation and rescue efforts. In fact, with all of your support, SeaWorld has been able to rescue over